I am all about what makes me feel good, what is going to continue to make me feel good, and how can I do that? So I've always focused on what can I do in the moment while I'm cooking to make it ridiculously simple and to make sure that future Mia is super grateful for past Mia for having all of the things prepped and ready to go. What's up? Hi everybody, welcome back to More Than Movement with Mia. So one of the biggest questions that has come through my DMs multiple times is meal prep. Meal prep. I asked a few weeks ago what you needed the most help with, and this is what came back. So, I was blessed enough to grow up in a family that taught me a lot of these principles from a very, very young age. And I am so incredibly grateful for that because now I can share all that information with you, and that brings me so much joy. So thank you. But we do have a tendency to overcomplicate things. So hear me out. I know you're busy. I know we are busier than we have ever been. It is insane the amount of things that we have to take on in a day, the amount of responsibilities we have, and the amount of backflips that we have to do just to have a day-to-day, just to get through breakfast, lunch, and dinner with our families at home, with our work schedules. We're working more than ever than we have before, and it's just overwhelming. So I hear you, and I am here for you. That being said, there are some very simple things that you can do in your kitchen that don't require any extra time. So I've never really been somebody who is a huge advocate of the all day Sunday meal prep. It's just not been something that brings me joy. And you know that if you've been following me for a while, I am all about what makes me feel good, what is going to continue to make me feel good, and how can I do that? So I've always focused on what can I do in the moment while I'm cooking to make it ridiculously simple and to make sure that future Mia is super grateful for past Mia for having all of the things prepped and ready to go. So let's dive into it today. The simplest way that I get extra greens into my day is by having leafy greens kicking around. Now, I will say, this isn't my favorite way of taking care of the planet. So I urge you, if you are going to buy packages like this, that you recycle, like it is your job. And I'm forever looking at different ways to reduce waste. So this is something I recognize I need to work on. But this is the easiest way to get extra lettuces, we call them lettuces in our family, greens into your day to day. So one of the biggest things that I wanted to work on a few years ago was making sure I was getting more greens into my day. I would sit down at breakfast and it would be a lot of starchy carbs that didn't necessarily make me feel great. So I wanted to make sure I had some greens. So I got arugula is my favorite. It is so good. And spinach. So what you can do, multiple ways. Very, very simple. You have breakfast in the morning, even if you're having toast, if you're having eggs, if you're having muesli, we'll get to that. You can have this on the side, put a drizzle of organic olive oil or avocado oil, a little bit of sea salt. So the pink sea salt, there you go. There is your salad. I promise you it tastes amazing. You want to drizzle a little bit of lemon on top of that. Incredible, tastes good. There are your greens. Another opportunity, you can take a handful of spinach, throw it into your eggs, scrambled eggs with spinach. I often make spaghetti squash with ground beef, organic ground beef, and I take a handful of spinach, throw it into my meal. Literally anything you're making, you can throw in a handful of spinach or have an arugula salad on the side. So very simple way you can do that, and it tastes amazing, and you're making sure you're getting more greens into your day. So what you want to be doing is looking at your plate, and if you see that you don't have a lot of veggies, that is the easiest way you can do it. So we're talking a little bit about meal prep. At the same time, it's kind of life hacks that you can make your meals more nutritious and make it simple. Another one of my favorite go-to snacks. So I encourage everybody to Eat until they are full and making sure that you're getting enough protein and enough fats into your diet so that you're not hungry every 2 hours, every 2.5 hours, so that you sustain your fullness for a longer period of time. Sometimes prior to dinner in the afternoon, I've eaten lunch, I want a snack. I love me some apple and organic dairy-free cheese. This is something that I feel has come a long way. They have a lot of different flavors now and a lot of cheeses that actually taste good that are dairy-free. So this is one of my favorite go-to snacks, organic apple with organic cheese. I will say if organic isn't available to you, not a big deal. Just make sure that you are getting some whole foods into your diet. And then what you can do is maybe get organic produce, or just if you're a meat eater, get organic meats. If you start with one thing at a time, it will help you slowly introduce that type of eating into your lifestyle, into your diet. So this is a really great snack that I have on the regular. Sometimes in the morning, I am craving some carbohydrates. If you are female and you have a menstrual cycle every single month, you'll notice just prior to your period that you will want to have more carbohydrates. Our bodies need more energy. Our hormones are doing a little bit of this. So we tend to be a little bit hungrier and we tend to want more carbohydrates. That is not a bad thing. That is a fantastic thing. And what you're going to want to do is feed yourself some more carbohydrates. So I find myself just before my period, and on some days where I need more energy, I will want more carbohydrates. I am obsessed with muesli. I love anything that has any extra nuts in it, anything that's more hearty, so I'm not just eating oats, because I find it's just a lot easier so that I can get my healthy fats in, so I can get my protein in at the same time. And then I love me a good organic yogurt as well. So I typically buy dairy-free coconut organic yogurt, and sometimes I will just get an organic yogurt because I feel that organic is better than nothing if you're getting dairy. If you are having dairy, make sure it's organic. This is a great go-to snack. Again, so incredibly simple. Dump it. You can throw a little bit of fruit on it. You can have a couple eggs on the side. Boom, good to go. Eggs, again, I have them here, just showing you that this is something that is a staple of mine. If you are allergic to eggs, I find tofu eggs are delicious. I can link in the show notes here some different recommendations that I have from practitioners and nutritionists that you can follow that are incredibly delicious. They make the most beautiful meals, and tofu is a major staple. I find that that is a great way to add into more protein and more nutrition into your diet. And you can simply literally scramble it up like you do eggs. Very, very, very simple. Another one of my hacks is having a meat delivery service. Boom. So I am a meat eater, but it is very important to me the type of meat that I put into my body. So I use a company called True Local. There are many different meat delivery services. This comes to our home every 3 weeks, and we get to pick and choose what it is that we want. This is probably one of the biggest hacks that I can give myself for meal planning. So here's what happens. You get multiple chicken breasts if you would like them, whatever you're ordering. Anything you're ordering, you can get multiples of. So when you are making dinner, do not make this more complicated than it needs to be. Make a little bit extra, period. So if I'm gonna have some sort of chicken and I want to, I don't know, I'm making a casserole, or I'm making some sort of meal. I'm making even spaghetti squash with chicken in it and a pesto, delicious. I'm going to make extra. I make a conscious effort to make more than one plate or 2 plates for myself and my partner. I want to make more so that I have lunch, maybe even dinner the next day. If I know that I am extremely busy, more busy than usual, I'm going to make more so that I can make sure that I can heat up my lunch, no problem, very quickly, and then get back to whatever it is that I want to do before I mindfully eat and then get back to work. So always making sure that you're making extra, make it incredibly, incredibly simple. There are other tools that you can use, like a crock pot. We got an air fryer for Christmas. Oh my goodness, I highly recommend that. But the more that you're making at any given time that you're cooking, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Make yourself some more. So this is what I prefer. If I'm already doing a task, I like to bulk it and make as much as I can. Another quick tip, if you are making dinner at night, you can throw some sweet potatoes into the oven so you can have some sweet potatoes throughout the week. You can make sweet potato pancakes, you can make it in oatmeal, you can have it on the side with your other meals. Really, really versatile, simple type of batch cooking that you can do so you can have more meals throughout the day. So try and put it all together. Do things that are gonna simplify your life but give you more nutrients. So just throw stuff onto your plate. Make sure that you're honoring and listening to where your cycles are at so you can get more carbohydrates into your diet. And then when you are cooking, do it all at once. I hope that helps. Remember, if you are having any burning questions about your health and fitness, don't be shy. Send in your questions at Mia St-Aubin on my Instagram, and I will answer them every single week with @More Than Movement with Mia.